5, 4, 3, 2, let's go.
I feel like I don't identify as a 2000. Like life is heavier now. Like things. Bread is expensive.
Bread is 20 rand.
Yeah,
Bread is 20 rand.
You got the dream too big, it's a buffet for my guys. The vision too clear, 2K22 in the bag. If YSC is on the beat, it doesn't just bounce, it slaps.
You know, the name is still constantly changing. And as always, man, I'm not alone. I'm rolling with the crew, I'm rolling with the gents.
Sanbonani said, Batsira Bangisho, Batsira Bakulum, Batsira Wentela Batige, Glen Batsana, Sambo Minige, Tibiele Kai Bumalanga, La Kunyakona Swati. Ladies and gentlemen, blessed was the name and being a blessing. It's part of the game. Damn, this guy is good. Once again, some is you out of a face. You're not alone with the boy from Mahike, the boy from Mafia.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kacha again. Coming all the way from Math Town. Just can't, bring you the freshest content in this podcast,
Day in and day out.
All you have to do is
Let us
subscribe, comment,
Everything.
and the works,
Everything.
And guys, why is your energy always up? This guy's energy is always up. To be like the ZB boy, Namune,
I mean, it used to be the oranges, but now Fanesh is their color, but...
And the Matsulu boy there, Matsulu. I am petitioning to go first from now on.
Okay, no, he's committed.
It's from like high energy to like.
We need to neutralize. We need to find a neutral.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
My name
but
is
we need to
Ken.
find a neutral fitting, man.
True.
And the time is like what? Like 10 minutes before 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yo.
Literally 250.
We went back and asked our very, 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 or at least one of the few very, very loyal people that have been with us on this journey from the very beginning until this very day. Letitia, shout out. We see you, man.
Sambo.
Why?
I had to put that out there.
Okay, but who Letitia? She knows that.
Sorry.
Why must be
Sambo.
Anyway, we see you, Letitia. We appreciate it, man. So we went back and asked the few people that, if we were to come back and do this, have a sit down, really discuss how we see matters, our perspective.
Sure.
And then she came through, man. She came through with
Yeah, no, she did it.
Man, we are going through a lot in life. These topics are heavy, man.
Yeah, adulting now.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And then she said, we asked her if we were to do this thing, and then she said like a whole paragraph. Mental health is always the caseless side lately. And then the first topic that she wanted to hear from our perspective was adjusting to adulthood, the real world, and not life after matric.
The real world.
The real world. I don't know what we mean by the real world. People after matric are not in the real world, but we'll get into that. And then the second one was self-awareness. What it is to find or be yourself. That one. Ooh. And then the other one was fear of failure, man. And I think a lot of us, that would hit close to home, the fear of failing, because all of us have this crazy pressure on our backs that, something has to give, in life in general.
It can't be me.
Yeah. And then the other one was what you've learned so far as you got to your 20s. And then, man. So I don't know. Let's see which one. I feel like the fear of failure, man, hits close to home for most of us. And then what we've learned in our 20s, I don't know. Maybe I don't feel like I've learned much in my 20s, But
I think we all have life lessons.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Hey, me, I'm old. I've been in the 20s industry. I've been in the 20s industry.
I think we should give it to you.
Oh wow, okay.
Because
Yeah,
Dog, I thought you liked me.
I
thought you liked me, man.
I thought
you liked me. I thought you liked me.
Being in the game.
But
he's been around.
Let's see. What have I learned in my 20s? And you guys can mention the 5 of you in the comments. if you're in your 20s, I'm sure ask kissing. Sorry.
How many are there? Are you five?
There's 6 now.
6 in the comment section. Sakupu.
Yeah, you see, we're going up, man. We're going up.
2023, we're gonna be consistent. Trust me.
See, now don't lie. Hopefully, and with hopefully there. Because
at least a video week, gents.
okay, we'll try. We'll try. We'll try. You know.
Yeah.
This is the one thing we can try commit to, because other things I feel
no.
committed to. Hey.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, me personally, and
I don't know what this gentleman I'm talking about.
Okay, true. When we indoor, I'm a commitment.
I don't know. But
okay, it's fine. Lay was the Kuruma of air. Of air. Issue. Okay, too soon. Then.
I'm not kidding.
Stop Kazela
no,
of
you
air.
watched the video.
I see what you did. You're fine.
You watched the video.
Okay.
Anyway, man, me, and I'm not that old, man. These kids.
These kids, they got money too.
Like, I'm really not that old. Yes, I'm just a few young ages away from 30. Okay, Nyadlala, and I'm very far away from 30. But me personally, man, what I've learned in my 20s. Ooh, I don't know, man. Like, what have I learned in my 20s? Like, I feel like I just live life, eh? Like, I'm just out here, man, taking it day to day. I really, like, I don't have one, or at least I don't look at my life problems or situations as life lessons, you know. I'm like, man, everyone goes through this, and then that's it. Like, I've never really sat down and thought, damn, what have I learned from that situation? Probably explains why I keep making the same dizzy decisions. Because I'm food.
Yeah, no, I learned one.
Okay, sorry.
Man.
But like, what have I learned in my 20s, man?
Judge.
No, and I mean, as judge sometimes, you know, who's pegging it, man, I now ever pay. But nah, man, what have I really learned in my 20s? What have I learned? Like,
deep in your soul.
That time I'm the youngest, but I think I have a few things in my mind, right?
okay, I'm gonna take it. I feel like maybe a few things will come to mind.
Yeah,
because really, I don't look at
after
Oh yeah, true.
So now I've learned quite a lot. I
You're
think
the youngest.
Tavan.
you.
Hey.
Dude. So I've learned quite a lot. I think growing up, I always wanted to be where I kind of am right now, but I'm not there yet.
Okay, true.
Right? Mine that's also true.
Okay, so
right? So growing up, okay, just a brief history. Growing up, I had different career changes. At some point, I wanted to be a lawyer. At some point, I wanted to be a teacher. At some point, I wanted to be a politician. Like, I had all those different career changes, but I think what I've learned in my 20s, stick to your first love. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Nah, bro, stick to your first love.
So me sticking to my first love.
How about you go back to your ex?
Nah, Kani.
Okay, so sorry.
So Fade, where I am right now, I believe is currently my first love.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is the fictionality. My first love is what has kept me here. My first love is what has kept me sane. I think my passion, finding yourself, with one of the topics that I teach. I think I'm finding myself in the process. Whilst among big move, I'm like, okay, had I ventured into this direction, I don't think I was gonna be as satisfied as I am right now. Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. You know, and you were right, man. Something actually came to mind. The biggest thing for me, like what I've learned, I think lifelong, not just in my 20s, is being a little kinder to myself and understanding that I'm human. You know, I'm bound to make mistakes. You guys know, like I overthink. I want a set plan of things. If there's no proper, like if you can't assure me that after doing A you're gonna get B, after doing B you're gonna get C, then I probably am not gonna engage in whatever. And I think I'm growing more comfortable with the idea of not knowing. You know, with the idea of, you know what, man, take a leap of faith.
Sure.
Do this, do that. You don't have to have, like, I think my approach to life always needed an equation. Like, I needed to know that, okay, y is equal to mx plus c. and
what I
I
was
have
thinking.
my gradient, I have my whatever. So if there was no equation, then everything was all over the place. I was like, hey dog, I'm not gonna try that because there's so many things that can go wrong. I wanted an assurance that something could go right. But I think now I'm growing more comfortable with the idea of things going wrong. It does not make me any less of capable of whatever I'm attempting, you know.
Sure.
And I think for now that would probably be my biggest lesson because you guys know, man, the things I've done this year, like the leaps of faith I've taken this year, as opposed to like the 3 years or however long we've known each other before. Like I wouldn't have done something as crazy or some of the crazy things that I'm doing this year. And I think that would be one big thing that I've learned in my 20s, you know. And I think it also intercedes, is intercede the proper?
Intercede
into the thing about speaking of fear of failure.
Sure.
I think I'm now more comfortable with failing, knowing I tried, and the younger me wouldn't even have thought of trying. I would have been like, hey dog, there's an 80% chance of failing and 20% of making it.
Yep.
So like the odds are more stacked against you rather than they are in your favor. Yeah, man, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You know?
Which takes us back to the fact that an impossible journey is the one you never begin.
Okay, when a coach is true. But yeah, man, for me, like the one lesson that I would have learned in my 20s is be comfortable with the possibility of failing, because I'm probably gonna fail, man. Like I still have a lot to learn in life. I still have a lot to figure out. I still realistically, I'm still gonna fail, man.
True.
Like as optimistic as we might have an approach to life,
no.
you need to be comfortable with the possibility of failing,
so
that you can actually try. Because if you fear failing, you're never gonna try. I don't think that connects.
And if you don't try, you never.
Then you actually now 100% guaranteed to fail.
A great man once said,
Issue.
Come on.
Issue.
A great man once said, I even forgot my thought now. Apologize.
Apologies.
So a great man once said that if you don't start, there's no story.
I mean, I'm sure you never finish.
No, if you don't start, there's no story. Yeah, like simple as that. Like, you can't tell your kids, Gucci, this is what I did.
But you need to finish to get the kid. Never mind.
But you need to start first. And if you are afraid to fail, you won't start in the first place.
Are you getting it now? Go back, watch the video. Go back to the video. Sorry. Yes, dog, my mom is gonna watch this one day, please. I'm sorry, mom. This is not how you raised me.
True.
Okay. Now,
I should stop saying true.
Now, for real, continue.
I should have like a swear jar of like.
We've been speaking about
toes.
that.
No, of toes.
Yeah, no, you need a proper swear jar and a jar of toes.
No, I don't swear.
Okay, no,
I don't
we'll
swear.
discuss that. We'll
I
discuss
don't
that.
swear.
But your what day?
So I guess to me, 20s kind of like equals to self-improvement. So I feel like everything that I do in my 20s, I attribute it to like self-building. So like no matter how dirty it becomes, no matter how many times I fail, like we've been speaking about failure, and so that like at the end of like 20s I can move on with life and be like, hey dog,
I tried.
Yeah, I have this amazing.
At the end of it all, I tried.
Yeah, true.
Amazing set of skills that like
you've acquired.
Because from like the building and learning new skills, learning new things about myself. By the end of the journey,
funny. You're definitely learning a lot about yourself.
In
your 20s, are we phone?
When I get to they call it the upper floor now, the 30th floor.
Who calls it that?
I don't know, on Instagram stories, etc.
But it's fun.
So they call it the 30th floor there. When you get to, is it third floor or fourth floor?
My, it means we are on second floor. If I jump down now.
Decelerate mfana, maybe
9.8
Joe. True. So I guess the hope is like to use this second floor to make sure that like when I reach third floor, like I'm a whole different person in a sense that I understand myself. I have this valuable set of skills and I can continue to build life. So basically, for me, 20s, I'm learning self-improvement.
Okay. I want us to keep this short, no?
And this is before, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Sure.
This is not your typical motivation or keep going.
Nah.
What. This is not that. This is literally just from our very own lived experiences, you know, what we've encountered in our 20s and probably before then. This
What
is
we
not,
are
this is not to motivate you to say
you haven't
what.
been in your 20s for too long.
Like
It's just the start of it.
True.
Well, for some of us. So, I want us to keep this thing short.
Yeah.
So, I want this to be the last thing we do. Let's talk
The last thing, this is going to be 10 minutes most.
Nah, I'm sure we're already in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, this
Let's
is
just
with
go on panels.
Okay, sharp. So now,
Unless.
I want you guys to talk to a 20-something-year-old someone out there.
My is your 2 women are more than 9-year-old most.
Okay, fair, sharp. You will be here now.
Okay.
But what advice would you give someone who is new to the industry?
To what industry?
The 20th industry.
Is that Carla? Okay, Nyadlala.
Yeah, no.
I need to be more optimistic with life. But now, being for real, man, I think, like from my very own experiences again, bringing it back to what I've learned in my 20s, don't make other people's life stories your own, Just because someone tried and failed doesn't mean you're going to try and fail.
Come on.
And that's the biggest thing I can tell you. Just because, like, someone probably tried what you are about to do now and failed, we've known, like, the guy who created the light bulb, is it Thomas
Edison?
Yeah, Thomas Edison. They said he failed 1,000 times before he got it right the first. He probably wasn't the first guy to come up with the light bulb. There was probably someone else who did it before him and got it completely wrong. Now imagine if Thomas had said, "Ish, man, that guy tried what." Imagine if Thomas had actually taken it from his own life story and said, after the 500th attempt, and said, "Ish, this is not working, man." But he be persistent. I mean, in South Africa, there's no difference, but yeah, be persistent with it, like be persistent with whatever you're trying to achieve. That's the biggest thing. And like from my own thing, like just to bring it all back home, please do not make other people's life stories your own. Do not try to emulate what other people have done. Sure, you can ask for advice and this and that, but I think it was it, who's this guy, man? Abraham Lincoln. Is it the 16th American president?
Yeah, he is, definitely.
Yeah. There was this letter of his, he apparently wrote it to his high school, his son's teacher in primary school when his son was starting school. And then there's a part on that letter that says, please teach him to listen. I'm probably misquoting it and butchering it, but there's a part that goes, please teach him that like he must listen to everyone, but he must filter all he hears on a screen of truth, So there's gonna be a lot of advice.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of advice of HI talk, hey, you're gonna fail. There's gonna be a lot of advice of keep going. But at the end of the day, you have to filter all you hear and pick and choose what works for you. Don't just listen to the person that says it's not gonna work and stick with it. And also don't listen to the person that's optimistically telling you, keep pushing. You gotta know where to draw the line at some point, Like if something you see or not, this is really, really not working. And we're not saying like just give up the first attempt or whatever. But at some point you have to be realistic or okay, now man, I've really, really, really went all out and now it's time to. So filter all you hear on the screen of truth. Like know
when to call it quits.
Know when to call it quits, but also know when to keep pushing. And yes, that's something you're probably gonna struggle with for lifelong. That's still something I'm struggling with right now. When do you say, nah, I've really, really tried and this is where I draw the line? But I don't even think if those things come together. But yeah, the biggest thing, man, filter all you hear on the screen of truth. Don't try and take someone's lived experience and make it yours.
Beautiful.
This is it.
Include me, Lilindwan.
Ithethile le ntwana.
So now, I had something when you were talking, I can in my mind. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, Uti, never compare your life with the next person's.
True.
Because now, you know where you come from, you know your background. Yeah,
like this is probably like a story you wanna hear every day of your life. Don't compare yourself. And it sounds redundant and repetitive,
and it's very important.
Like it's of utmost importance. Eh?
It's very important. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose yourself in the process of you trying to find yourself in the 20th thingy. When I was thinking about this, the introduction to 20th thing, the industry at 20th, I was got reminded of well, some of us or one of us here might be turning 21 this year, right? And usually in black homes, what they do is they give you a key.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you have a key. Oh no! I just want.
You guys don't know the thing where they give you a key.
No, we know, but
yeah, they give you a key.
You get a key.
I
ain't get no key. I want my key. I ain't get a key. So, what do you do with the key?
That's how I know. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, true.
So finish up. So some people give you a key in the black families, right? I think.
How? Why is it black families? Are you saying other?
Oh, maybe Nalaba. I don't know. I've
There's
never.
an actual key.
Not an actual
like
key.
I've been to only one 21st party, and it's like a glass thing. It's shaped like a key, and it doesn't unlock anything per se. It's like a metaphor thing to say, okay, we like unlock your adult life now. Unfortunately, in an unlock and son 11, but as equal up.
Aye, man. Ish. Gandhi.
Okay, sorry.
When we are.
Sorry.
No, I get your key now.
How you feel?
Right. Continue there.
So I just got reminded by something, by a video that I was watching recently. It's really out when he's speaking. There are 3 types of doors in life. The first door would require one to have a key to open the door. Right? The second door requires one to walk close to the door, and the door would sense with the someone, and then it opens.
Okay.
And then the third door, it doesn't require a key. It doesn't require one to figure out. Sensor door, number 1, right? And number 2.
Sensor? Something to do with sensing.
Yeah, it senses your presence.
Sure.
Number 2, it requires a key. Number 3, it doesn't require. It doesn't sense. It doesn't need a key. It requires you to knock.
True.
So what I'm trying to say is, know which door you are going to. Some of the doors are gonna open because you are there, and the network that you've created, the connections that you've made, will open the doors.
Your net worth. No, this is not my own thought. Hey, I heard it from a friend. Oh, I heard it from a friend last year when I went to a seminar, and then it was about making connections. No, I'm doing adulting things in agenda, my seminar and all that.
My team that.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
But
okay, go
So the first door will open because of the network that you've created. Your network is your net worth. Number 2, the second door will open because you have a key. It's very important to find what are the keys that one may need in their journey. But we'll talk about that some other time, right? Number 3, this one requires you to knock. Knocking is sometimes not a very fun thing to do.
Ooh, yeah, definitely not.
But if that door is yours, that door will open.
True.
If it doesn't open, it doesn't mean much. It just means that door was never yours. So know very well which doors to knock on. Know which doors to just presence will just open them, and know which doors go to be niskiasas. Sometimes you find people knocking on doors where they're supposed to have a key.
You can unlock it for yourself, but you're waiting for someone else to do it for you. True.
Massive stuff.
You know, Van, I feel like when you've been quiet, they need to hear your voice. And then everything you've been saying, man, it actually ties back into one of the questions Letitia asked already, self-awareness.
Sure.
becoming who you are or knowing who you are. Like, can you ever certainly say, I'm blessing Ngobi Sambo, I know myself? Or can you say with certitude that this is blessing Ngobi Sambo? Because I have this belief that we are such kaleidoscopic beings, man. The person I was a year ago is not the person I am today.
Must have.
You know.
Nandi manje.
Okay, no, fine. So like let's take it. Let's hear it from Mafike. Like,
okay. So I'm giving an advice to
not advice, man. This is not a typical advising other. We just our perspectives.
Okay. To a
people
beginner
will do
in the
it.
game, right?
Not even beginner, just like being self-aware, irrespective of at what point in this.
True.
Like on this floor you're in.
Okay. So I guess the way I've always seen it, imagine you're this big boxer, man.
Boxer.
Yeah, boxer. This
a wrestler.
Oh, okay, true, a wrestler.
Okay, now let's use boxing. So
no, the boxing pillar, our great hero, Waluza, all of here. So let's stick to something where there's wins.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay,
I'm judge.
Sorry.
I am judge.
Talking about the vet student.
Listen to this one. Come close.
Sure.
So yeah, imagine life. You're a boxer, né? You're preparing for this biggest bout of your career. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna change your life, and you've been preparing for like 19 years now, and your parents are your biggest trainers, né? From 8-0, they're grooming you like.
Sure.
We're preparing for that bout. That once in a lifetime bout with the biggest boxer in the world, ne?
Sure.
Called life.
Muhammad Ali.
Not Muhammad Ali.
Called life. Massive.
Yeah, the biggest.
I like the build up. Sure.
Yeah, the biggest boxer in the world.
Called life.
In the biggest, like most prestigious sports arena, like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, of course.
And
Now we're bringing it back to wrestling.
And
I was wondering when we get to this.
70,000, you know, loud crowd chanting.
Really awesome.
Yeah, some are your friends, some are your enemies. Like it's a polarizing crowd. Some people are on your side.
Let's go,
some people.
Sina.
I said you're a
Let's
boxer.
go,
No,
sorry.
don't go to wrestling.
Okay,
My
that's
boy,
fine.
you get in the ring, fine.
Sure.
Nah, the training wheels are cut off.
Sure.
They stay behind. They stay outside.
Sure.
The spectators now. You're in it alone with the boxer called life. Fine.
Sure.
And the boxer called life is the most skilled boxer in the world.
No,
you know? Yeah. Most wins, has taken out a lot of men.
Yes, a lot.
A lot. Trust me, a lot. So you're in there. You're taking all the blows, the punches, going like everything, intensity, and like you're not getting nothing in.
Yeah.
Like, Zakalela.
Sure.
Like, yo.
This is giving me a depressed episode.
No, it's not. This is my advice. So my advice is, no matter how hard or how bad it gets, never give up. Like, never give up. Yeah, have a fighter spirit. Hey, trust what you've acquired along the road, and always like use it, because you've been gaining
Sure.
for that boxer in the ring at that current moment.
All the lessons for that moment.
For that big polarizing moment.
And you know what I'm thinking,
on the
man?
stadium.
I'm sorry,
massive.
But I'm definitely making this religious. So now, whenever a boxer is in the ring, there are many voices from the crowd. You said some are your enemies, some are your friends. And it's hard for a boxer to distinguish the voice layer.
Okay, yeah, true.
Right? So my question is, in that state of being a boxer in a ring, or prepared for 19 years, you're now faced with your opponent called life. Whose voice do you listen to?
In the crowd.
No. The thing is, in the crowd, you can't distinguish who's saying what. Okay, maybe you can, but you don't know who's saying that. You don't know whether they mean well for you or they have ill intentions.
I'd say trust your intuition. Like I'd say, yeah, be true to what you know, trust what you know, and just keep fighting, never give up. Like I think that's one thing I stand for, always being positive through whatever that's happening. I'm never like, dogs, it's not happening. I'm always
no, and Lentona like Lentona is a push.
No, true.
No, Lentona will force.
No, never give up, you know. And also I feel like this year what we're doing is important because like
it's such a crazy leap of faith.
From no, like what we're talking about now, like I can take nuances of like advices from each one of you guys and like incorporate it in my beliefs of never giving up. Like this boy here is a strong knocker.
Will knock,
He's a strong knocker, and like I've started to like sort of believe in it and try it. And
he's rubbed off on us.
Yeah.
Like remember when we were doing that thing when coming in?
It's rubbing off. Hey, like
it's really rubbing off.
Always knocking, being positive there, and keeping your chin up. I mean, at the end of the day, all you got is yourself, and yourself to.
What are you saying about us? Not all you got is yourself.
All you got is yourself. Like, who else are you gonna hold accountable?
Okay. Because I was saying he has divorced.
Who else are you gonna hold accountable?
Why am I speaking Zulu, or at least what I deem is Zulu?
You have to beat that biggest challenge.
True.
And become the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight boxer of the world.
No, it's what you love.
One of the biggest lessons that life teaches you is the fact that Thomas Carly is always alone.
True.
When one goes to the toilet to do number 2, he's always alone.
True.
So when strike the fan, you're always alone.
True.
Okay, let me. I mean, it wasn't even a question I had posed, but you guys raised such great points, man. That like you and this boxer life.
Yeah, beautiful analogy.
Yeah, now like such a beautiful analogy, man. And then I don't know. Let me just ask it to myself, which is like I guess, from not even to give an analogy or anything, but my description of being self-aware, man.
Sure.
Or my take on being self-aware. Of can you ever truly say you are? Allow yourself to make mistakes. It's gonna tie back into my very, very first point.
Sure.
But allow yourself to make mistakes, you know.
Sure.
So don't have this narrow view of life, you know.
Yeah.
I was engaging with this other friend of mine. I think it was during December, and we were talking. I think it was something politics. I don't even know why I was engaging in something politics, because I'm really not politically inclined. And then he said something that, please, let's not narrow the scope of thinking. So now don't narrow your scope of who you are as a person.
Sure.
Don't box yourself. Before other people can do it for you, don't box yourself.
Yeah.
Because the world is definitely going to tell you who you are and who you're not. But at the end of the day, who do you think you are?
Oh,
you know, like I can tell you that, dog, you are really not good at this. Stop it right now. Don't even go further. But at the end of the day, do you really think you're not good at it, type of thing? You see. So my thing with being
but now if you're not good, don't force.
True.
No, but serious.
Okay, sorry. Why am I always apologizing?
I disagree, you know.
Okay,
like we just talked about it.
True, don't give up.
Okay, sharp. Okay, money.
But the trick now with you're never giving up raises a very, very, I don't want, is it a big question or what? When do you know? Like, how do you know when to stop? Thank you, Letitia and Pez. Like, now we are all over the place with your questions, but hopefully they tie back together, man.
When do you know
you guys can relate. But
that's a question and a half.
Yeah, man, like that's always been a question on my mind, man. To any person who will be willing to engage me, I will always ask them, like, at what point can you confidently say, nah, I've tried. I've really tried. Because my cousin sent me this book, like 2019, it was called 3 Feet from Gold, you know, and it's like supposed to be this motivating self-help book about And then, like in the story, this, I think it was a mining company. I'm probably butchering the book. I'm sorry if you've read it, but like there was a mining company that went digging for gold at some land,
Sure.
and then they stopped because they've been digging, they've
Sure,
been digging,
sure.
they've been digging. Nothing came out of it, you know. And then another company was like, "Nah, man, we know there's gold here."
Sure.
They literally went and dug 3 feet from where the last company had quit, and they struck the gold. So, like the story, when you look at it from the previous company, is saying that had they just went just a little bit further, they would have struck the gold. But at the same time, they had no assurance of saying if you go a little bit further, they would have struck the gold. Because what if they went further and chowed whatever machinery they need to get the gold out?
Exactly.
You know. So like it poses such a very, 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 very great question in my mind, Omori. When do you know? Like how do you know when to stop?
What if Thomas stopped at 109?
Then we would never have lights.
Would be in a dark world.
No, silapo na much. But
Well, South Africa.
true. But like it's such a because the thing is you can like there's so many examples that you can bring forth of people that tried and still nothing came out of it.
Sure.
And we can then counter that with examples of people that tried and eventually something gave.
Sure.
So like, because they say maybe for example, I don't know with what, like you could essentially be wasting time on something that had you redirected your energy, you would have found something you are much, much better at, you know. It's like ESCOM, they're not really good at keeping light. If they probably redirected their energy into something else, they would be good at that. But Nyadala, hey, I don't know, this is into politics. Eh? Now I'm just saying what I know superficially about politics.
I think your gut, man.
Your gut.
I feel like that's what your gut tells you.
But your gut is probably always going to tell you to keep going.
Yeah.
And the thing is with intuition, it's like such a is gut intuition or what? But it's like you would always have contradicting counterpoints and they both make
Then
valid
keep going until you can't just keep going anymore.
No,
but
but
at what
man.
point can you just not keep going?
Okay, just so let's put it like
I don't
this.
know.
There's Katler Honey,
Yeah.
who loves singing. Right?
Yeah.
He loves singing this gent, right?
Uh-huh.
Sharp faded. And then there's idols.
Uh-huh.
Since season 1, Cat has been
Wala, they know you.
they even know you by name, man.
And
And
they don't
then,
even give you a number anymore.
and then it's not even what you wanna be funny.
Like,
You really feel like
you can
you
sing.
can sing.
But
You stop when others stop, like this year. It's the final season.
okay, true.
I guess I'll stop when I can't
Hey,
no
you see,
more.
this is the optimism I need in my life, man.
Like when you can't
to
no
never
more.
give up.
Like just keep
But
pushing.
okay, maybe what if you focus so much on singing that you're actually a great dancer?
Now you need to be self-aware.
This
as
is what
an
now it comes
individual
back to.
to be honest with yourself and be like, nah.
But what if I'm honest with myself? I'm like, I'm the best thing I
Exactly.
But I'm come nani. Ziakala.
Then
Like a schoolmate, get 6 of you guys.
True.
How do you know?
Except
like,
right now.
At what point can you confidently say that, you
I'm
know what,
calling 8.
I've really, really, really given it my all and I really, really need to close this chapter of my life and focus on something else, like try a different avenue. Like at what point can you say, or nah? Like Kate is saying it's your gut feeling, and then when I found it, like at what point can you say that? Kate is not even saying gut feeling, he's saying stop and go until you can't.
Go until you can't, yeah. I'm saying, you're going in a boxing ring, boxing match, now. There's a lot of voices around, right? Then the Bible,
No, it's fine, like be religious about it.
the Bible talks about the cloud of witnesses that are around, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, for we have a lot of witnesses around, right? All these witnesses are looking for is how you're gonna live your life, because we are told when he comes back, when Jesus comes back, there will be the great judgment and all of that.
Yeah.
But let's bring it back now. If a boxer is in the ring, when does the boxer know when to stop, or when does the boxer know what to? Yes, let me continue. Whose voice does he listen to?
Mr. Ref.
From my thingy, my point, Kumbule, Mr. Ref, Usemkatin,
Yeah.
he's the middleman between life, which is your opponent, and you.
Yeah.
So listening to him is not gonna necessarily help you.
True.
But after a boxer is actually a grand, you'll find Uguti, they'll sometimes say time out.
Yeah.
And then the boxer will have to go back to a ring on the corner. Uma fike koneni boxer. there's two people. There's the coach of Epoxa, and there's also someone who's helping him physical wise. The thing,
You think Lentwana being a coach, or that's why I'm play?
I don't think being a coach.
Which Ntwana?
If it's student.
Huh? Oh, the vet student.
So let's bring so now
so unfortunate.
Who do you listen to in that case?
Even Lentwana, do you think he should have known that match number 11?
We need to call it a day.
Because
but I
like
think,
there's so many else you can take. Man.
I think he did self introspection and he was honest with himself and he believed that the 12 about belonged to him.
But it didn't work for him, and what worked for him made him the man he is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Okay, trolling aside, that's actually like a very
okay.
beautiful thing.
So maybe he knew what he was doing it for.
Nah.
Being a strong.
He just loved it. He didn't love him back.
Man.
Let's go back to my point in number 5, man. Oh.
Okay.
So
when something doesn't love you back.
Ooh, okay.
Aish.
Yeah, okay. Actually, like more or less the same thing. How do you know? Like
Scary.
unrequited love, not just in relationship, unrequited love in general. Because but with that one, there's a saying. A lot of my friends, I keep seeing them post on the socials, where you cannot love something into loving you. Like you can, like you genuinely cannot love something into loving you, type of thing. And then when I'm found out, you always say the juice you drink, So if my favorite juice is, I don't know, some brand, but they're still small to be not avoiding brands. If my favorite juice is like Oros there, and then Cat brings me some questionable brand from a different store.
White Island.
When we are the man.
Oh, so.
And then like
Machalis.
No, Machalis is top. Machalis is top of the quality.
Okay. Cordial.
Yeah, he's right. That's why I don't like it already.
Okay, sure.
And like, even if he makes me drink it for 3 months, it's not gonna overnight become my favorite drink because my mind is already fixed on Oros. So it's the same thing over a joke. Like you can't love things into loving you back. But manji, when do you say, I've poured so much into this person, you are running on empty.
But you can teach those things to accept you.
But I'm therapy.
Can't you? Like, think about it. Like, no. Pella, we're talking about objects.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So you can teach those things to accept you and be like, dog, I'm here and I want you.
But it doesn't want you back.
It doesn't want you back.
That's not your problem.
That is your problem. You are supposed to know that Maya was on food.
That's an it problem,
So when are you gonna keep running after this thing, even though it's running away from you?
True. Eventually, if I run just a little bit faster, I'll catch it.
But it doesn't want you, so you're punyuga.
Yeah.
Then try catching it with 2 hands this time.
This is the optimism I need in my life.
Never
give up. Never give up.
No,
but let's bring it
I
back
feel like,
to you.
mindset is important also, guys. Like,
but at the very same mindset could be your own detriment.
Yeah.
True.
So like I feel like there's a thing as being too positive.
I didn't read Hamlet.
Your downfall. Is it Othello? No, I didn't read Othello.
That's not even Zulu. You can hear what these ones are educated.
Your ambition. Is it ambition? Is the thing ambition?
You see, now you guys are going to make me say that quote you said was too deep. But your ambition can really be your downfall,
True.
Again, I'm going to be very pessimistic about
it. Yes, we are contradicting ourselves more.
Very contradicting ourselves.
No. It's those topics where like it's a box, and this box has like
chocolate
pebbles, like small pebbles, like different colors there.
And pebbles, I feel like they are very aquatic things. Let's bring it back to our.
Okay. All right. I don't want to say pins, but like it's a box with a lot. Like when you open the box, it's just a mess. Like you're trying to.
Oh yeah. You find it. But like your ambition can really be your downfall.
Yeah.
Like
So now let's go back to my point.
Where-
Eringini, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Which is now my favorite sport is football. I'm sure you guys know, but we'll go back to football.
Cool.
So Eringini, who do you listen to? You listen to the coach. Go let 30 seconds and I.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Go let 30 seconds. The coach whispers something into your ears.
Mm.
Let's take it back to football now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm.
Whenever ungena football game. So sharp. Whenever you have a football game, the fans are gonna gather on the day of image, but the fans are not gonna be there good training ground.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
True.
The fans are not gonna be there good training ground, meaning that the fans don't see what the coach saw good training ground.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're gonna find the coach making substitutions as now understand it, as fans.
Sometimes they get them wrong, yes. Okay, continue. Yes, sometimes, man, the clubs we love, they really don't love us back. And Luket is saying, hold on.
Yeah,
Just
no.
hold on, we're coming home.
Sure,
Is it even the lyrics? No, it's not.
Is it not we're going home?
Yeah, we're going home.
Just hold on, we're going home. Abanye so loba go home 7 years old or 8 months. Cabinet clean.
Bazofik.
So
Maybe they are 2 kilometers away. Who knows?
Lava 2 kilometers.
Sure, lava, meju. Oh, okay. See. So Mfana, what I want to bring forth,
Naturena. Did you say Naturena?
Yeah. You know, is that an animal?
True.
Naturena. And it's a place in Soweto
True.
where this other particular club.
Bring it back.
Oh, Ilaba.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
You're about 8 years. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So now, Mfana, ne?
Mfana yazi umuntu uqale university degree afika ku is it masters or PhD by now?
Sure.
Since
Since
like lo muntu aqale university has at least lifted something more than the other team. Phela the academic black label doesn't count.
Let me say high school.
Like
high school.
a kid who's in grade 2 now has never seen another team lift something up. Okay, sorry.
No, man. So in
And
this,
I know current black labels are not cups.
The Tottenham of South Africa.
Even in the Makufe Cup, what?
Eish.
You know, at least Tottenham mfana kunabo serious. No, I'm not serious anything nakon.
so Mfana, in this case, I wanna just bring forth the factor Gucci.
Konje beskuluma nga.
The coach in this case, now I won't forget my points. The coach in this case is God, right?
Yeah.
You listening to God in whatever situation you're in. Understanding Gucci, on earth you're gonna have a lot of voices coming at you. But the coach understands the player because the coach was with the player in the training ground. Number 2, you're gonna find the coach doing weird stuff. He's doing this weird stuff communicating to the player because the coach was with the player in the training ground. Had the player not spent enough time with the coach, go training ground, the player will not understand what the coach is saying. Because all of this, you're no blessing looking at the game, not understanding what he's saying. So what I'm trying to say is, if you spend enough time with God in the training ground, you will understand what he's saying when you are faced with stuff in the... I don't want to preach, but I see again.
No. True.
Let's bring it back.
All of that was to basically bring it back to being self-aware, Shem Angas. I don't think like that question can actually be answered because it's a very, very, very
Questions are
subjective.
never answered.
Yeah, no, Shem must answer it.
Tina,
It's
one
a
thing about us,
perspective.
ne?
It's a perspective.
True. But yeah, no,
You
like
said it. You said
it
Yeah.
boils down to being self-aware. Can you confidently say you truly know yourself? Or
Right now, Angaz.
I mean, Shem Angas.
No, Angaz.
But I'm a 2000's responsible, okay?
For us to say ourselves,
No,
you mean our generation?
no, like the 10. I'm a 2000's.
No, this is not generalization. Sing I'm a 2000, so it's three.
It sounds risky. No, I'm just thinking about that title.
What must we name it to? 3 ama 2000s perspectives.
Perspectives.
Mind when we bring other ama 2000s, we have to keep changing the name. Which 4 ama 2000s perspectives, 5 ama 2000s.
Apologies.
You see? It's not a generalization, but if you feel like you're a Cinderella princess, wear the shoe.
No, he's a fit.
These are fit. But yeah,
Hey, Maraba Cinderella, we were fortunate. I got true love by just fitting a shoe.
Okay, no, see you again.
When
But yeah, man, on the question of being self-aware, can you truly say you know yourself? Yeah, so to oppose my question, what you make question people exam, a con.
not true.
And then you know 7 and as finally look in a top 1
8.
to top. Oh, when you can call 8, ne?
So now, I don't think. Okay, let's close it. I don't think I'm self-aware, but I'm discovering myself.
Okay, beautiful.
Yo, I thought it was massive. Eh?
No.
Massive things
That was,
in it.
that was beautifully phrased.
For me, on my side, I feel like cat of today and cat of 30 years.
From now
Cat of 10 years from now, there by that floor, they won't be the same.
Yeah, definitely
In
not.
terms of maybe values will change.
Okay, I want us to do this. Ne?
Yeah.
I want you to come back to this video when you're 30 years old.
Oh.
Speak to cats who are 30 years old.
Oh,
Right
okay,
now.
okay.
Speak to him now.
And say what? You're gonna be a one massive
He's already that.
giant.
He's already that.
No,
Okay.
so like, how is he speaking?
Okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
This is me speaking to
Oh,
you,
okay.
right? Something like that, but I'm gonna do this obviously.
True.
Right?
Please.
Yeah.
Make sure you-
I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope all the things that you went through are making sense right now. I hope everything is making sense as to why you had to go through all those potholes, all those speed humps, all those curved roads for you to finally enjoy the freeway now. Something like that. I'm proud of you, by the way.
Okay,
I'm really proud of you.
let me jump on that. Me to my 30-year-old self. Fun. I really hope you've achieved everything we've ever dreamt of. Grootman. I really hope we've achieved everything, and I mean everything we've ever dreamt of, you know. And I hope we've learned to be a little kinder to ourselves. We've learned to be more appreciative of the little things, you know. Like, I hope we're still not looking for grandeur signs of saying, you know what, we there, dog, you know. I really hope you've started appreciating the little things in life, and I really hope you are more expressive to the people that mean something to you, and it's not just in monetary values. I really hope they go to bed knowing that, you know what, Lentwana cares, and your caring is not just really in monetary things. I hope our cat in the 30s, you're still close with them because lava fun took you fun. But Anas, man, like, this was from the top of my head.
Our cat.
Yes. No, now I'm fun.
Abu.
No, you're
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
Yeah, I have to watch the video. It's not-
No, but actually, fun, I meant it how you understood it. Lentwana was just. But
Subjective.
I actually meant it like that. But I hope you've really nurtured your friendships more than anything, you know. And I hope you really allow people to be kinder to you when you understand that no man's an island.
Yeah.
And when people help you or like try and chip in, it's not because they are trying to have a one-up on you or trying. This is digging into mental health. This is deep now. But I really hope that at the stage you're at in your life, you allow people to help you without thinking of it as they have a one-up on you. You know, they are just doing it out of being kind. They're not doing it to bank favors that they would later cash in. And yeah, man, like, bringing it all back, I really hope we achieved everything we've ever dreamt of. And I really am proud of you, man, for pushing through it all.
Aww.
And yeah.
Imagine a 30-year-old you watching this. Fun.
Fun.
Hi, Cat.
Issue.
How are
Godman.
you? How are you? Oh, hi, Godman Cat. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're happy about yourself. I hope, you're doing the things you wanted to do, and I hope, most importantly, that you're still alive. Cause one in 5 men don't make it beyond age 30. Statistics, it's not me.
Okay, let's just go. That's fun.
Yeah, stats. So I hope still there.
Lentwana weird namanje solo. 30-year-old blessing.
Yeah, no.
Lentwana, you can't.
I felt like mine was a little too deep.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He probably wasn't supposed to
No,
go there.
that's why I was having a casual conversation with Kat to like simmer down the situation. Like,
Aski is boy,
you know,
Aski
you
is
add, like it's so, your coffee is so hot that you have to take water from the fridge and kind of like pour it to diffuse it. You know?
I'm sorry, boy. Next, I hope when we're 30, man, we tone down a little bit with being too deep about things.
Life is not deep, eh?
It's not deep. It's never deep.
It's never deep.
Yeah, it's never deep.
Yeah, I'm playing. Apologies to the deep people out there. You also matter. They also matter.
Deep lives matter.
Deep lives matter.
Okay, I mean, that was
that.
I hope the battery is still on, but even
we hope it's still on it. Or is storage? No, but linear temper fan, it's that other one.
Oh yeah.
So no training, I don't know. But I didn't know it just does weird video calls that he saves, but other than that I don't think there's anything that shows.
Weird video calls. Who saves video calls?
Don't.
It's
We'll
fine.
talk about it off there.
It's fine. It's fine.
I still don't
Anyway.
get it.
Yeah, you'll get it
But-
off there.
Ilya. It's fine.
Anyway, hey man, I haven't done like it's actually like the last video of ours before the one you did. It was like 11 months ago. So a year, like almost a year ago,
Damn.
was when we last sat down to do an episode of Ama
Sure.
2000's Perspective, which Kat has a problem with the title now, but all along.
Three
See,
Ama 2000's perspective.
sometimes in life,
7 people you can go in.
yeah, now we
suggestions.
got 10 Ama
I
2000's
feel like
Perspective.
I don't identify as a 2000. Like life is heavier now. Like things. Bread is expensive.
Matota, bread is 20 rand.
Yeah,
Bread is 20 rand.
30-year-old you better be good, eh?
With what? Oh, are you saying I'm bad now?
No. 30-year-old you better be no draggy. Better be like,
If we are shy,
Like-
shy kancane.
yeah, 30-year-old you better not be, yeah. Better not be.
Lentwana has lost hope in me, essentially.
Kahle
but
kahle.
he's saying-
No, kahle kahle lentwana isho.
No, I'm just worried, like the faith you have in 30-year-old you. Like, I learned a valuable lesson. Like, always leave room for disappointment.
In my 3-year-old self.
No, lo msene kene
How,
lentwana
this is the same
sene
optimistic
Yeah, no, say laptop.
Anyway.
No, Tongobani. It's like 10
We should
a.m.
title
in the morning.
just 3 guys talking because
True.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Aksana topic.
But yeah, man, like a year, and a lot has happened in a year, but you know, we're still the same. No, we're not. We just agreed with people change.
No, we're not the same.
Yeah, but
Please thank you so much.
Continue.
anyway, yeah, like a year has been like there's a lot of positives that I took from the whole space that it wasn't even a hiatus, you know, like we hadn't said, hey dog, we're leaving YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
Like just life got in the way, but I've learned that life doesn't get in the way. You make things for time that you value.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
So kahle is saying it doesn't value you.
No, but now I went back. You see, when they say that you have to lose it to learn how does it say?
You're not there.
You're about losing and appreciating having the lost something sin losile, and then we saw with H man.
No, siyabading.
The 7 ibalulekile, so the 7 must be back. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's still the same proud Impopian.
Issue.
No, now I have to change because I can't call myself from ZZ2 because I'm not from ZZ2.
Why?
Kind of so far.
I'm from Limpopo.
So you
Then
change
where in
locations in the middle of the night.
Hey, Mfana,
I know they travel to locations in the middle of the night.
And no more you see.
You watch the podcast.
Yeah.
You guys missed it, but it's fine. Faith.
No, we had it. We got it.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
chose not to do it at the time of night. You know?
Hey,
We don't know. But anyway, man, a proud Limpopian, Mfanako Dinamune. And yeah, man, hopefully we'll do more of this again.
Sure.
And,
Next week.
okay. Yeah, hopefully we do more of this. And like right now, man, it's in the early hours of the morning. You know, we promise next time we're gonna come back with proper energy. You know,
Sunlight.
like,
My God.
yes, true. And you see, I've been trying to close it, Nyang Vale,
So,
and exam waiver.
apologies.
A proud Limpopian, Mfano Godina Muning, Mfano.
Ay.
As always, the name is constantly never changing, and we love and appreciate you guys, man. The comments that you guys, you know, the little interactions, you know, when we wake up after posting and we read that, oh my God, no, things like this, Letitia, things like that. And you know, like it's been a year, man, and hopefully you guys are still around with us, and as we try and see where this thing goes, cause
It's been a year.
life is about that.
Big appreciation to Miss Valentine Bilancourt.
Oh,
How do you do this? The hard thing. That we love you. I am cool.
Mfana, just closing statement from you. And when please don't give us 3 lines, so to me, I have nothing. So we must think of something now, fun.
Keep on knocking on those doors. Yeah, keep on knocking. Someone will eventually open. If it doesn't open, you'll run over for you.
Okay.
Bathini bantshetsa.
Batsira bagesho, batsira bokhuluma, batsira bananatela batsike. Ngiledvatsana yasambo. Mina ke tibuyele ekhaya eMpumalanga. La khunya khona Swati. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, the name and being a blessing is part of the game. Damn, this guy is good.
And Retla Renjo, it's for the
Love of the
game.
game. No,
Sabona.
you still need closing statements.
Oh, closing statement.
No, I already love the game.
No, come back and then leave.
Yeah, so my closing statement is
Come back and then leave.
never give up, you know?
John Cena.
Like,
Internet actually gave you 3 words.
you knew I was gonna give you 3 words, like you know me now. Retla Renjo, it's for the love
Of the
game.
Re leboga dikarabo tsa Modimo. Sanibonani.